Welcome everyone to this incoming student webinar presentation Q&A. We're excited you guys are here. We're excited you guys are going to be part of the life sciences. Like I was saying, we just have a quick presentation for you guys, and then we'll do some question and answers. So first up here is sorry. There we go. Here's a little agenda of what our presentation is going to be. So first off, we'll just do some quick introductions. We do have some of our advisors in the webinar with us. So me and Sydney will introduce ourselves really quick, and then we'll let the advisors do a quick introduction, and then we'll keep going with the presentation. So I'm Sammy. I am just a student associate here in the Life Sciences Advisement. I've been working here for almost 3 years now, and I'm studying elementary education here at BYU, and I'll graduate in next April, so getting there. Okay, Sydney, go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm Sydney. I am a student associate here at the Life Sciences Advisement. I've been working here for a little while now, a little new, but I am majoring in microbiology. So I'm in the College of Life Sciences, and I'm going to PA school. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome, thanks, Sydney. Okay, and then we'll have the advisors who are with us do a quick introduction. So Gail, you're the one I'm seeing on my screen right now, so do you want to just do a quick intro?
Hi, I'm Gail Larson, and happy to meet all you guys here. I advise some cell biology students, exercise science students, and anybody in the plant and wildlife science department.
Awesome, thanks, Gail. Okay, I think Ferris, yeah.
Hi, I'm Ferris, and I'm also an advisor in life sciences, and I advise for many different majors. So it's nice to be here this evening.
Awesome, thanks, Ferris. And then Carol.
Yep, hi, I'm Carol, and I advise in public health, exercise science and exercise and wellness, and also cell biology, and also the new neuroscience that will be joining the College of Life Science this summer.
Yes, awesome. Okay, thanks you guys. I think that's all the advisors saw. So, okay, perfect. So now we'll just get started on our presentation. And again, if you guys have questions as we're going through, feel free to put those in the chat and we'll try to get to them, but then we'll also have like a Q&A after the presentation. So, okay, here is our first. So we just want to give everybody a little update, and I'm sure you guys have heard, but with COVID-19, since numbers have been down, anyway, from what we've heard so far, the fall semester will be pretty much back to a normal semester, which is so great. So a lot more classes are going to be in person. There will still, I think, be a couple online, but for the most part, it will be in person and a fairly normal semester. So that's awesome. And yeah, masks will only be required in certain areas, but I'm sure like it will tell you where. But yeah, I think that's the most recent update. Sydney,
it will just be pretty normal, which
Yep,
is pretty
which
nice.
is
So
awesome.
It's good.
Okay,
we're doing good.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, so here are just some of or all of the majors that we have in our college, and they're sorted by department. So we've got a bunch of biology majors. So we got biodiversity and conservation, bioinformatics, biological science education, biology, and then so you've got all the exercise sciences, athletic training, exercise and wellness, exercise science, and then the microbiology, molecular biology, medical laboratory science, and then nutrition, dietetics, food science, and then cell biology and physiology, which used to be what PD Bio was. So if any of you are confused about that, that's that major, and that's with biophysics and neuroscience as well as in that department. And then in the plant and wildlife sciences department, we have environmental science, genetics, genomics, and biotechnology, and then wildlife and wildlands conservation, plant and landscape systems, which used to be
Landscape
management. And then in the public health, you have all the different emphases, environmental, occupational health, epidemiology, health promotion, and then health science.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And later on, we'll do a little website tour and on our website, and we will show you, but you can learn more about the programs on our website if you have any like questions about what the programs are about. So we'll show you guys that later. Okay, and then so just based on based on the major you've declared in our college, here are just some class suggestions for your first semester here. I probably won't read through all of them, but if you guys just want to take a look, like find the major you've declared and take a look at what we have. And yeah, so just a little explanation with athletic training. The program has changed, so it's now like an integrated master's program. So it's not, students don't get it as like a bachelor's degree anymore. It's an integrated master's. So if you have questions about that, just meet with Ferris, our supervisor. He can answer questions with that. But so there's just some class suggestions for your first semester. A lot of them are similar. They're just going to be general biology classes or chemistry classes. Yeah. And then just on the side over here, these are just kind of recommended for your first semester. So the first year writing GE, American Heritage, maybe another GE, and then just like a religion class. And then if you're wanting, so this class, Life Sci 101, is taught by our advisor, Dr. Breakwell, and it just goes through the different departments and majors in our college. So if you're wanting to learn more about the different programs and departments and majors in our college, that's a great class to take, and it gives you a lot of good information. And then, yeah, this is just a recommendation, but just to get a feel for things, it's recommended freshmen take 12 to 14 credits just to adjust to college life and the workload. So anyway, if we need to go back to this slide later on, we totally can, so you guys can like get a picture or something if you need, but we're gonna move on for now.
Sammy, sorry to interrupt, but
No, please do.
did you mention they could put some questions into chat?
Oh,
for some
yeah.
reason I don't see chat.
Is there not a chat? Oh, maybe
No chat.
But is it just me
No, I
not
think
setting
that-
things up right?
No, I think that's probably something on our end. So let me figure that out. I'll have. Okay, let's see.
You keep going and I'll figure it out.
Okay, Sydney's gonna work on that. I'm gonna keep talking. Thank you, Gail. Okay, so here's just something cool that happens with GEs. So some of the GEs. Oh, did you need that? Okay. So some of the GEs actually double count, which is really nice. So for example, like this iHome 202, it counts for your Civ 2 and your letters. So anyway, you can also find more if you go to the catalog and you look under general education and you look at like, most of the time it's the Civ credits and the arts and letters and also, yeah, global and cultural awareness. But if you look under the requirements on the catalog for GEs, it will say underneath the class, it will have in parentheses like might also fulfill such and such. Anyway, that means it double counts. So you can take that one class and knock out 2 of your GEs, which is so nice. So that's just some fun information. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay, sorry. We're gonna keep working on trying to figure out the chat really.
We might just have you guys ask them at the end.
Yeah, we might just have to do that. Okay, let me. Okay, perfect.
So now we're just gonna go through and teach you guys how to use MyMap, which is basically what you do when you're registering for like your classes. Yeah, so we have this little account right here for Princess Ithaca that we're gonna show you guys how to register on. So just a little thing right here. This is like your student summary. So like it'll say your major and like all your credit hours and things like that. And your progress report, your grades, that's all really helpful to know. And then so we've got this tab right here where it says plan courses. And so this is really helpful. It just shows you like all of the GEs that you need to get. So like American Heritage, for instance, and it like can show you what classes will count for that GE. And so they have that with like everything, and you can go through and like, let's say for biological science that you are a biology major, so you're gonna take Bio 130. So you would just click plan right here. And then you can actually put like what semester you want to plan that for. So that's pretty helpful. And then you can just have a pretty good outline of how you want to do your classes. And then you can also go to like your major as well. If you click over on this side right here and plan those requirements as well. So that's a little bit about the plan thing. And then when you go to register, you're going to click on this tab up here, register. And then so like for fall 2021, it's going to say your registration date right up here. Since this person obviously does not exist, they don't have a registration date, but your guys's will probably be coming up soon. But so yeah, you just go to the semester that you want to register for, and then you're going to click add a class. And so you can go through and basically like, again, Bio 130, for instance. And you can see all the different sections that are offered for that semester. And then there's this thing called your registration cart. And so basically what that does is at 6 o'clock on the day before your registration date, if you submit your registration cart, it goes through and it adds all of those classes that you want to take in, so that you don't have to stay up until midnight and be all stressed about, am I going to get into the classes that I want? And it basically just will take those classes and input them into your schedule. And if you get into the classes, it will like, you'll get a message from iMessage and an email about it. And it will just say like, these classes have been added to your schedule, or these ones have been added to your wait list. Because a lot of times if you're taking like a general class, it might be full. So you'll just get added to the wait list. So that's an option that you can put on your cart, like a setting. And then so you click that little button to add it to your cart, and then you can go look at your cart. This might take a while. Okay. Yeah, so here's your cart. And so basically it's just gonna say like all of your classes down here. It's a little glitchy right now. You can also go add a class right here as well. And then just when you're done with your cart, make sure that you click submit, because if you don't click submit, then it will not process it, and then you'll go to bed and you'll wake up and be registered for nothing. So everybody click submit, please. And yeah, why is it doing that? Yeah, so that's your cart. And then there's also this thing on there. Let's see. Let me get back to my map. Is it gonna go to your account? That's pretty okay. Okay, back to Princess Ithaca again. There she is. So again, on this register tab, there's also another super handy thing that's called Schedule Builder. So if you click on that, basically you can also go through and input all the classes that you want to take, and it will just go through and like fill out a schedule for you where they all fit together. So that's really helpful. And you can like filter through what professors you want, and then you can add those things to your cart right on this page as well, and that thing is really helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, sweet. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not sure why the chat feature isn't on here, but I just want to take a second, see if anyone has questions, since we're not able to do the chat. If anyone has questions about anything we've talked about so far, or like with registration using my map, if you just want to unmute and ask the question right now. If not, we can keep going.
Hi, yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you can you submit your classes, and then if you realize that you want to like change them later, can you change them?
Yeah, so like with your registration cart, you can change that up until the deadline of like 6 o'clock. And then even once they put those classes into your cart, and like you're actually registered for those, you can always drop that class and it won't like show up on your transcript or anything until later on with what's called the add drop deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can change those up until that date. It might be harder to get into classes if you wait past your registration date, just because they do give priority to like the different amount of credit hours, but you can still change that.
Okay, cool. So if I like do I have to, if I submit it and then I realize I want to change or add a class or something, and then I add it, do I have to resubmit or is it already good?
It will already resubmit it for you, so it just like updates automatically.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, good question. Okay, anybody else?
I have a question too.
Yeah.
So if you like register for classes and then like after it's all registered, and you're waitlisted for a class, but then a spot doesn't end up being filled, or all the spots end up being filled, what would you do then?
So with that, like what I would recommend doing if you're waitlisted for a class, I would add a different section in there. It might not be like the preferred professor that you would want to have, but I would just add another section in. And then if you do get into the class that you're waitlisted on, it will just automatically replace that and switch your section over. So like if you're wanting to be again bio 130 and you're in section 1 and like you want to be in section 1 and that doesn't get added to your cart. So then you just wait up until midnight and you add in section 2 because there are seats in there. If you're still on the wait list, it'll just automatically switch you into section 1 if you do get into that class.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Good questions.
Anyone else?
Okay, sweet. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you. Okay. Oh, it skipped over this one. I'm just gonna talk about this super fast. Like I said at the beginning, most classes are gonna be in person in the classroom, but just in case you go on to register and it has one of these, I just want to explain what they mean really quick so you know. So blended just means that it will be both in person, but then also some of it will be online, so it's a mixture, blended. Then live remote delivery, like for example, I have just one class that's live remote delivery, which means it will just be a Zoom call. That's how I'm going to attend that class, is through a Zoom call. And then on-demand remote delivery is completely online. So that looks different for a lot of classes. I had one where it was a lot of reading and then like quizzes. Sometimes it's also watching lectures on your own time. So those all kind of look different, but that's the different modes of class we've been having. But like I said, most of them should be in-person classes. Okay, we did that. Okay. Do you want to do this one?
Sure. Okay, textbooks. So you need textbooks for your classes. So to find out the books that you need for your classes, if you go to your My BYU, there's this little tab that says books I need for classes. And then you just click on it. And that will bring you to your book list. Or this is the way I usually do it. You go to My Map, and then again on that register tab, there's like the little book list button. And that will also bring you up to that. And basically it'll just like show you what your professors want you to have. And then so you can either buy it through the bookstore. So you can either buy it through the bookstore or on Amazon or like Red Shelf, all these different ones. Because there's different prices everywhere. And there's like used book places. But it will just tell you what you need.
Yep. Okay, now for the fun stuff. So we were like, maybe they'd want to know some fun things to do in Provo while they're here. So this is just a small list. There's a lot of things to do here in Provo, but one of them, the famous hiking the White Mountain. There's a really cool place, the Riverwood Shops, super fun, super pretty. Provo Canyon, it's beautiful, super beautiful in the fall. Yes, it's gorgeous. Seven Peaks, which I think got changed to something, the name got changed to something else, but it's like a water slide park. The MOA, or the BYU Museum of Art, is super awesome. There's karaoke, roller skating, axe throwing, escape game, escape rooms, more museums. Anyway, there's a lot of fun things to do. So that's just a very basic list of the many things you can do here in
Country
Provo.
dancing.
Yep, there's country swing dancing, which is a good time. Okay, and
Mhm.
along with that, here's also just some good stuff.
We love
Yeah,
food.
okay, Don Joaquin's, super good taco place. So if you're into tacos,
Open very late.
yep, hit up Don Joaquin's. Let's see, J Dogs.
It's really close
Good
to
Move
campus.
Cafe is cool because you can play games and get good food at the same time. Lots of sushi places, Waffle Up, the BYU Creamery. Anyway, those are just some. That's also just a very small list of the many options Provo has. So that's just some
There will be a
fun
Cane's
things.
coming as
And a
well.
Raising Cane's. That's right, they're building that right now. So.
Mhm.
Okay, this is kind of a big one, but
Yes.
here's some resources. If you want, we can switch
Yeah.
up.
So we've obviously got the life science advisement. That's us. We are awesome. We have the writing center, so they help you write papers, math labs, chemistry labs, YServe tutors. So basically, like any classes you need help with, they've got help for you.
Yep. And then just some other resources to be aware of. So there's the BYU CAPS, which is located in the Wilkinson Student Center. That's just like they have counselors and also psychological services. And anyway, they're fantastic. I know they also have a website that has awesome resources on it. I should have put the link, but if you just search BYU CAPS, their website is also super fantastic. Then we have the University Accessibility Center. So if you need like accommodations, anyway, that can vary depending on the disability, but that can be something like taking tests, they can accommodate things for that. Anyway, their website is listed right there. Oh yeah, just so this is just for information purposes. So there's devotionals every Tuesday at 11 a.m. I believe they should be doing those in person again in the
Mhm.
fall, which is awesome. So in the fall, that's held in the Marriott Center, and they're super awesome. And then these are just, this is a list of student development classes, which are just anyway, they're awesome classes that cover a lot of different topics like effective studying or life planning, decision making. And then there's also some, for example, if students are wanting to do like medical school, dental school, there's student development classes geared towards those. So anyway, that's just a list of some good classes to take. And then,
The experience. You've got like your YServe, so if you like want to get involved in like service, that's super awesome. And then lots of clubs that you can join. There are so many clubs for like whatever you're interested
Seriously,
in.
yeah.
So many.
It's like a Harry Potter club.
Yeah, Disney movie club.
Yep, there's a lot.
Chemistry clubs.
Yep.
You got your intramural, so like sports, study abroads. Those are awesome. Those should be happening again soon.
Yes.
And then internships are also super great. And mentored research, so you'll need those for like if you're planning on going to grad school or you just want to get a lot of experience.
Yep.
And that's a great resource to go to find things like that.
Awesome. Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
Okay, so now we're gonna take you on a little website tour. We'll make it quick because I've got a lot of content on here. But okay, so like I was saying earlier with the programs or the majors in our college. Okay, well first, sorry, this is our website. You can search lifesciences.byu.edu, or you can also search lsa.byu.edu. They both bring up the same page. So, and here is the website, and then. Okay, I'll try and hit on the main stuff. So up here at the top, we have programs. This is where you can go and you can learn more about the different majors in our college. They have like a program overview. Some of them have videos, which is awesome and super helpful. They also show you like intro courses you can take for the major. And then, they have, anyway, super awesome. Then like different or possible occupations you can have with this bachelor's degree, and then also who your advisor is. So anyway, that's the programs tab on our website. Super helpful. It's not wanting to, okay. And then if we go back, something I just want to hit on super fast. Well, okay, so we have a separate page. This is for internships. This probably will happen later on in your college career, but this is just a good website with a fun video about internships. And then another thing students tend to be interested in is mentored research, where you can do research with a professor. Again, this might not happen until a little later, but there's a video, and then if you scroll down to the bottom, you can view different professors by department and like what research they're doing, so it shows their emphasis. And anyway, mentored research is super cool. Let me see. Okay, and then we have again like a bunch of campus resources to look at, scholarships. So after your freshman year, anyway, you can apply for our scholarship. We just have, yeah, they're due in February. You have, anyway, we have you apply for the university, and then once you apply for our college scholarship, that automatically applies you to all department scholarships as well. So that's nice. And then here's just information. This is kind of different things we do in the office here. So for example, we do academic improvement plans. That's just in case, anyway, you had like a rough semester or thing. Anyway, just meeting with a counselor or an advisor to kind of get back on track. And then if you're changing your major, that has some information. This can help with class planning. If you're ever interested in double majoring, you can look there. Yeah, GE requirements. If you're interested in declaring a minor, the minor form is found in here. Or like substituting a class, or if you have questions about transferring a class. Anyway, that's kind of a very, very brief overview of the website. Okay, I feel like we've been talking a while again. Let's do questions. Does anyone have questions about anything we've talked about so far?
Yeah, actually. So for the live remote delivery, how do we how do we get to that class? Like, because there's no
Yeah.
like building to go to. Is there, is it through Canvas or?
Good question. Yeah, so your professor will email you most likely, and some of them are done through Canvas, and then BYU uses a website called Learning Suite, and most of the time professors will, there's like a tab on Learning Suite that will say online, and you can find the Zoom link there, or they'll post it somewhere, or they'll email it to you. So your professor will let you know how to access the Zoom link to get to the class.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet. Were there any other questions? Okay, sweet. We will keep going. I think we just have a couple more things, and then we can just get down to questions.
Ooh, the BYU app. This is a great app. There are so many things on there that are so helpful. It has like a map my classes feature, so that will like show you like a map of campus where everything is, and just like with that, and like you can clock into your job on there, or you can see the testing center hours, the testing center lines, like everything like that. Or it will tell you when your next class is. Very good app. You should all download it.
Super helpful. Super helpful. Okay, and then talking about jobs, if you are interested in working on campus, that is, you can go to studentjobs.byu.edu and then click on apply for a job or view job postings, and just look through, see if there's one you're interested in. Yeah, and BYU students, they can work, if you're working on campus, you can get a max of 20 hours a week. Anyway, that's like a lot. Typically, you don't have to work 20 hours a week, but if you just are interested in working while you're going to school, that's where you can find an on-campus job.
On-campus jobs are great.
They are.
Very flexible.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then, so this is the Pre-Professional Advisement Center. And so if you're planning on doing anything like medical school, dental school, PA, PT, OT, all those different things, they are very helpful over there. So there's a bunch of different advisors, like they're all listed right here, but they'll just know more about like what you need to do to apply to that specific grad school. And it's just super helpful, and they have a lot of good resources and handouts and stuff.
Yep. Okay, and then our office. So when you get here in the fall, just so you know, we're in the life science building. It's a beautiful building. We're in room 2060. We're open from 8 to 5. We are closed for like devotionals and we're on our team meetings, but that's 11 to 12 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Other than that, 8 to 5. Again, there's our website. Here's our phone number, and then also our email. Anyway, call us, or we also now have a live chat system on our website, so you can chat with us as well. We're happy to answer questions or set up an appointment with one of our advisors. So here's our advisors.
They are all amazing.
They are all amazing.
Yes. So again, you can go like on our website too and see which advisor is yours, but we have a couple of them on here who introduce themselves. And then there's also Dr. Breakwell, Lisa Buzon, and then what else is on there? Yeah, and then there's also Candlin and Sterling, and they're like our career advisors. And they basically help you with like post-college plans, job searching, mock interviews, all those things. But they're super helpful. Highly recommend speaking with one of them. They can help you make graduation plans, basically anything that you need help with. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, and then we do have a weekly newsletter. It's called The Lifeline. Has really great information on it. So just be on the lookout for that. I think if you're a student, I think you just in life sciences you should be sent it. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. Super helpful. Okay, and then peer consulting, super awesome.
Yes, so there's a program where each life science underclassman will be matched with an experienced life science upperclassman in the same major. And it's super helpful because they've been through what you're going through. They can tell you like, oh, here's what I did, here's what I wish I would have done. And that's a super great program.
Gail, I'm not sure. I just want to make sure I'm giving them the right information. They still have to like apply, right? If they want to have a peer consultant.
That is correct. We'll be sending an invitation / application out probably closer to August to all of the new incoming students. So if you see an email that comes from LSPC, Life Sciences Peer Consulting at byu.edu, pay attention to it.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks, Gail. Yeah, it's a super great program. So awesome. Okay, this is the end of our presentation. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook if you got a Facebook. Anyway, they just have cool posts and also good information on there. But I think that's it. So
questions.
Now we will take any and all questions that you have. Let me stop sharing.
I had one question actually.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't tell you. You guys gave the list of the different majors and who they're under for at least for advisors. But when you guys showed it like that second to last clip with all the other people, I didn't really see genetics under a specific person. Genetics, genomics, and biotechnology major.
Good question.
Specific person for that one, or is that just again under the plant and wildlife science?
Yeah, so with that one, our lovely lady Gail Larson right there, she handles everybody, like the whole department of plant and wildlife sciences, so she will be your advisor.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
This is kind of like a personal question, but I know that Chem 105 is like a beast of a class, and I was just wondering if you guys think it's too hard to take during the summer.
During the summer.
Have you taken Chem 105?
So I have taken Chem 105.
I'm listening to the answer.
I took it in the fall. It's definitely like a step up from like your high school chemistry classes. The exams are a little bit hefty, and I'm taking a different chemistry class right now in spring. So it's definitely more condensed. And if you like think that you can't like keep up with the fast pace, then I would not really probably say that you should probably like, if that's your first semester, that would probably be a little hard to jump into.
Okay.
But it's also good to get a head start. And when you just have one class you're focusing on, sometimes it can be easier. It just depends on like what type of learning style you have. If
Okay.
like, yeah, if you keep on top of it, you'll be good.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we'll stay on. If anyone has questions, feel free to ask them. Yeah, but that wraps up our presentation, and
Thank you all for coming.
yeah, thank you for coming. If you guys think of questions, feel free to call our office or email us or use our chat system. We're happy to answer any questions or set up an appointment with an advisor. But anyway, yeah, that's everything. So if you don't have any more questions, feel free to leave. We'll stay on for a few more minutes. If anyone has questions, we're happy to answer them.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So much.
Okay, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
We have like a lot of concurrent enrollment credits transferring from UVU and a couple AP test scores I'm waiting on. I won't know like all my scores until after registration is though. Do you recommend I just sign up for all of it or expect that I'm gonna pass them and don't register for those classes?
It just really, I would say like if you're really confident that like you're like, I know I passed my AP Calc exam, like I do not need to take Math 112. Like if you're really confident, then you probably wouldn't need to register for it unless it's like a prerequisite for a different class that you have to take.
Okay.
Let you register for things if you do not have the prereqs. So
Yeah.
with that part.
Yeah, I've been meeting with quite a few students with that question this week. I think you ought to set up an appointment with your advisor, Alyssa,
Okay.
because you can tell your advisor exactly which classes you
And they
you
can
were
tell me
taking, and they
specifically?
can give you an idea of what to do. Mhm.
Okay.
But
Thanks.
like Carol, why don't you tell her about if they're pre-med?
Oh, yes. Well, I was going to say something else too, but depending on what your career goals are, medical schools do not like to accept AP exam credit as prerequisites. So if it's a chemistry or a psychology 111, then medical schools would want you to take it again in college instead of using the AP exam. But if it was something like political science or
Yeah.
US history, different story. But I was also going to say that you can always register for a class waiting for the exam results, and then just make sure you drop the class before the semester starts if you don't need it any longer because you tested out of it.
Okay, so do you think, like, would you recommend just registering for it to be safe and it's easier to drop it than it is to add it?
Yeah, it's definitely easier to drop it than to add it. And you can only register for 18 credits. So keep that in mind as you're building your cart.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Melissa.
Those were great slides, Sydney and Sammy. Good job.
Thank you. They're just from previous, like last year. So we had to do a little editing, but
Sure.
Anyone else on here? Random questions? Anything about college life too?
yeah, sure. We can.
I took a screenshot of the fun things to do in Provo because
Good. Okay, good.
maybe I'll go do some of those.
Yeah,
You should. Yes.
they're fun.
They are.
I haven't done hatchet throwing before, but I know they have places in Salt Lake and now in Heber, I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Escape rooms are always fun at our house. So
Hello. So I would like to ask a question.
Please do.
So I'm not sure about what major to do in life sciences currently, but I do want to have a minor or a major in computer science as well as a degree in life sciences as well. But so what would you? I'm also planning for pre-med, so I would like to ask one of the academic advisors, like, what would be better, getting a minor or a major, or getting two majors at the same time?
You want me to go first, Carol? Then you can you jump in too. So is your name pronounced Juhun?
It's actually Juhan.
Juhan. Juhan. Okay, great. That was an awesome question. So we will just mention, first of all, that fulfilling your pre-med prereqs is kind of like earning a minor like already. So keep that in mind because of how busy it is, especially as you learn about extracurricular activities you need to add to be a good applicant. Some of my students that are studying genetics, genomics, and biotechnology like it because if they change their minds, you can get a really good job with even just a bachelor's degree after that studying there. But you have kind of this computer statistical component, and then you've got your physical mathematical sciences, and then you've got your biologies. So all you really need to add to that major for pre-med is a year of physics, which you can do through a spring summer, and an anatomy class. And then you have all your pre-med prereqs, plus this is doing the genetics track. They have a business track as well, but I was kind of focused on the genetics track since you said you were pre-med. But they have one class called Bio 165. It's Introduction to Bioinformatics. And in that class, you learn some R programming, which is the computer program used for scientific research. Right? Oh, you're familiar. Good job. And so some of my students go ahead and add the computer science minor to that major, and it goes kind of nicely hand in hand. But I think a computer science minor could go well with anything really. Double majors we discourage, but you can propose it after you've completed a minor. Does that make sense? Did that help at all?
Yes, it did. Like, I guess you're saying that it's kind of a step-by-step process. So if I do want to have, so after I minor it, I can decide whether if I want to have a double major or not. So
right, and you would submit a big graduation plan and a proposal requesting it. So it wouldn't be this automatic thing, but it can be considered for sure.
And let me also add to what Gail said, that there's also a major called bioinformatics. She referred to the intro to bioinformatics class, the Bio 165, but it has several computer science courses as part of the major. And it's a really good way to have the computer classes and the life science classes together. And there are students that continue to medical school from that major as well. So you can look into those two specific majors and see if that's a good combination for you, or if you would prefer a different major with a computer science minor.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Juhan, that Life Sci 101 class, that would be very helpful for you because professors come in and make presentations that represent each department. They tell about every major and career paths.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I'm pretty much going through overload right now, so I'll try to figure myself out. And so I think I heard it earlier in the presentation, so I can actually make a, what do you call it? Appointment with one of the medical school advisors.
Professional.
Yes. So I will try to reach out to you after I organize some of my thoughts.
We're excited to have you come.
Oh,
thank you.
Change your mind, and that's okay.
Yep.
You got time. You got time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Sydney or Sid, Sims or Katie, did either of you have something you wanted to ask?
Two of these are me.
Yeah, sorry, we're like logged in on so many different things.
Oh, are those some of our
Yeah, it's us.
employees?
I think.
We've got
Okay.
Katie.
Katie.
Yes. So I'm just listening for my daughter. She's at swim practice.
Oh.
So she's going to be on the swim team. So I know there are some resources available to her through the swim team, but then also through the other college services. So she's trying to pick her classes, and she'll be a similar situation as one of the other students where she's got some concurrent enrollment. So if she has enough concurrent enrollment, she's going to do dietetics. I joined late to the meeting, so I didn't see who the counselor would be for her to chat with. Because we kind of wanted to see with her concurrent enrollment if she could get her major done in 3 years.
Yeah, so the advisor for that is Lynette Johnson. She's very knowledgeable about dietetics.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't have her up there. She's in the NDFS department though.
That's like a pre-major.
You can give her her email address.
Yeah, I can give you her email though, and Lynette is really good at it. If you'd like her email.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, I'm happy to give it. Whenever you're ready, you just let me know and I will.
I think hers is just traditional, Sammy.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
But she has one N in her name.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So Lynette, which is LYNETTE _ Johnson JOHNSON at byu.edu.
Okay.
She may not know as much about fulfilling the GEs with concurrent enrollment. So does Lisa meet with pre-dietetic students?
For transfers for GEs,
well, I know she's already sent in her transcript, and they've already, when she logs in, it's already showing which classes are fulfilled.
Okay.
Yeah. She just doesn't know about her AP stats, I think is the only one that she doesn't know about yet.
Gotcha. And
that's when she could probably wait on too, and not take right away. So
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked like one that they would take later on anyway.
Yeah,
exactly.
What's her event? It's exciting. She made it to the team.
Yeah, she swims distance, mid-distance and distance freestyle.
Ah.
So give her a nice long race and she's happy.
I'm just tired hearing the names of those races.
Yeah, her longest she's done so far, she tried an open water event and she swam a 7.5K in the waves in the ocean
the whole
in Florida.
Oh my.
She did a little backstroke when she would like they just call it getting nutrition, when she would like have like marathon runners have like goose, and her coach had like a drink on the end of this like fishing pole thing that she swam by and grabbed and drank.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit wild, but
I think she can handle BYU.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Mom, for tuning in.
Yes.
Thanks for helping me out. We'll get an appointment with that counselor and get her all figured out.
Awesome. Perfect.
Great. Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.